When I ended up getting my cancer diagnosis, it was just like this bomb that drops, because you're like, so many questions, like, no, this can't possibly be me. Like, I'm fit, I've done everything right, I exercise, I eat right, I don't smoke. Like, this can't be possible. The first concern that came to mind was, what does this mean for wanting to expand our family? Well, my earliest memories are being on skis. My dad brought home the smallest boots and the smallest skis they had at the rental shop for my first birthday and built a hill for me in the front yard. I think I fell in love with skiing with the sensation of gliding on the snow, knowing that you're doing it all in your own power. I vividly remember watching my first Olympics at 5 years old and deciding right then I was going to go to the Olympics.
I describe it as I've never had a year with so much amplitude. It's like as high as you can get and then nearly as low as you can get.
There is no one in my family that has breast cancer. You know, she's done everything you can possibly do to avoid breast cancer. She eats healthy. For this to happen to her was just unbelievable.
I just quickly took my athlete frame of mind and I said, okay, this is my new reality, so what do I need to do? After meeting with the medical team, the breast surgeon, the oncologist, we decided the best plan forward was to start with chemotherapy.
Breck didn't understand why she couldn't just, spend time with him. And I just remember a moment when he just crawled up in her lap because he wanted her attention so bad. And she just broke down. It was awful. That was probably the worst moment I've ever had.
After the Olympics, our big goal was to try to have another child, and I was so excited for that. I knew the cancer diagnosis was probably going to have an impact. I brought that up with the doctors right away, and they said, well, you may have some options. So my first interaction with SRM was over the phone, and it was one of the nurses who was the patient advocate, and I was immediately impressed because she knew my situation coming from a cancer diagnosis, and then I got in touch with the doctor right away, and he was very thorough about just kind of explaining the process in a way that I instantly was able to understand. That made me feel reassured that, okay, this is going through, and it gave me something to focus on when I was still really digesting this whole cancer thing. We ended up with one embryo, and little Frosty's going to be hanging out there, and just the peace of mind that gives you. I mean, it's of course never guaranteed, but just gives you that hope. It's really easy to let kind of those fears and the what ifs and the frustration, the anger of no, this is not the way it's supposed to be. I've done all the right things. I certainly had a lot of those doubts and fears when I was an athlete. And I just remembered to acknowledge all those thoughts, because you don't want to block them out. I think that's unhealthy. So just say, yeah, it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to be scared. And I try to be patient. I get out and do something light, exercise that seems to help make me feel better. And then I try to bring as much positivity and optimism around me as I can, whether that's people that are encouraging me, listening to fun music, wearing happy socks, happy shoes with fun colors. It's really made me focus my perspective more on the moment. And I like to say that Breck is the best distraction there is, because he's so fun, and I've been really grateful that I've never felt so bad during my treatment that I can't still be mom. You make the most of what you have and enjoy it and get through it one day at a time.